Pulp Fiction is a very iconic movie with several signature scenes. In this video, I want to talk about one of my favorite sequences of this film, the Mia Wallace overdose. Before we get to it, let's understand the background history so we have some context. Vincent Vega is a gangster who recently arrived from Amsterdam. We follow him and his partner Jules as they retrieve a briefcase for their boss, Marcellus Wallace. In the middle of this job, Vincent mentions that Marcellus has asked him to take his wife, Mia Wallace, out while he is out of town. Jules then proceeds to tell a story about a rumor that a man who gave Mia a foot massage was thrown out of a building for doing so. Later, we see Vincent at his drug dealer Lance's house, buying 3 grams of heroin, and after shooting up, he goes to meet Mia at her place, then takes her to Jack Rabbit Slim's, a restaurant that Vince describes as a wax museum with a pulse, and after talking about Mia's 15 minutes of fame in a show called Fox Force 5, where she would tell a joke per episode, but was canceled after the pilot, and after drinking a $5 shake, they win a dance contest and go back to her house. As they get to the house, both of them are stupid drunk and having fun to the point of flirting. Mia tries to keep it going by offering drinks and putting on more music. Vincent goes to the bathroom to evaluate his options and rehearse how he is going to get out of there. The outcome of what Marcellus did with the man who gave Mia a massage weighs heavy on his mind. He speaks to the mirror, trying to talk himself out of doing something stupid. Little does he know that, in the meantime, Mia, who was wearing his coat, finds his heroin in the pocket, snorts it thinking is cocaine, and right away goes in to overdose. This whole situation seems like a setup. We don't hear about any repercussions of what happened to Mia regarding the foot massage situation. And after that happened, Marcellus still asked for another man to go up to her house while she is alone and him on a trip. It all seems like he is using the situation to test Vincent, who spent 2 years in Amsterdam, and might not have his full trust. Throughout their whole interaction, Tarantino, the movie director, does a great job of establishing some intimacy between them. The part with the uncomfortable silence in the restaurant is a great setup for when they have a moment with a little too much physical contact and stare deep into each other's eyes. It makes everything seem like if they spent any more time together, things are going to go bad. Vincent gets out of the bathroom, ready to say his speech, only to find Mia unconscious on the ground. He gets her into his car and speeds off into the night. While driving, he calls up his drug dealer Lance to ask for help and say he is going to his house. From now on, you start to see how well-versed Tarantino is in writing funny scenes. Lance's frustration with Vincent calling him at his house and further realization that they are talking about heroin overdose in an open line starts it all off.
I don't know you. Who is this? Don't come here. I'm hanging up the phone. Prank caller! Prank caller!
After he hangs up the phone, a noise of car tires appears, and as he opens his window, we see Vincent drive through his lawn and crash. Then as Vincent asks for his help to carry Mia, Lance tries to tell him off, to what point Vincent drops Mia's limp body on the grass, as he tries to explain that this is Marcellus' wife, and if she dies right there, he will be obligated to tell his boss that Lance didn't help. Finally, the argument convinces Lance, and they go inside. The ability to transform a scene, which the natural energy would be tension, into comedy, is a very difficult thing to pull off. Tarantino does this by contraposing the frenetic manners of Vincent with the chill vibe on Lance's house as he answers the phone with his wife, giving him grief for his costumers calling so late. In a matter of seconds, Vincent is able to interrupt the entire piece on Lance's house with his problems. As we go inside the house, we first get the perspective of Lance's wife Jody, who is getting out of bed not knowing what's happening, and when she gets to the living room and sees an unconscious woman on the floor, chaos takes over, as Lance starts to look for a book with instructions on how to give an adrenaline shot. The miscommunication is what makes the humor now, Jody asking what Lance is looking for.
What are you looking for? A little black medical book. What are you looking for? A little black fucking medical book. It's like a textbook they give to nurses.
Vincent questioning why Lance never done this before.
You've never given an adrenaline? Sure, I had to, alright? I had to go join Bob with the
and Lance stumbling through the house looking for the book as everybody is screaming at him.
You're never gonna find anything in this mess. For 6 months, I've been telling you. Fuck out of my way. Pig.
However, is not just humor that we see here. Tension is also gradually building, but not in a traditional way. Tarantino makes this happen without any music and fast cuts. Instead, he uses the screaming of the characters to counterpose the silence of apprehension and the shift of energy of the people around, from being bothered by the situation to being curious about what is going to happen. Finally, it's set up. Lance has loaded up the gigantic needle, and after Vincent loses the debate about who is going to give her the shot, Lance explains that he has to stab through her breastplate and inject the adrenaline right in the heart. She's supposed to wake up instantly. Let's watch together how it plays out.
1. Two.
3.
If you're all right, then say something.
Something.
Genius. All the close-up shots in the needle, the mark on Mia's chest, the faces of the characters swallowed by the dead silence, break through into screaming relief, and we close it off with a big catharsis to end our unease. Next, we get the fallout of the adventure. Vincent drives a ghost-faced Mia to her house. After dropping her off, they both make an agreement to never speak on this incident to anyone, with Mia arguing that she has as much to fear of Marcellus finding out about this as Vincent. And after they shake on it, Mia asks Vincent if he wants to hear the joke of her pilot episode that wasn't picked up, the one she refused to tell him at the restaurant. Now, uninhibited by the possible shame of Vincent not laughing at her joke after all they've been through, she tells it, making it the perfect way to tie up their brief sort of romantic moment. And as Vincent sends a kiss to her as she walks away, we think, despite all the mayhem of this situation, this might have been the best outcome for Vincent. The way things were going, they probably wouldn't be able to contain themselves, and something more than a foot massage could have taken place given the level of chemistry between the two. Marcellus would probably find out, and Vincent would be a dead man. The way it went, after all was said and done, both of them got away unharmed, and will have a somewhat fond memory of each other for as long as they live. Pulp Fiction has 3 different timelines. This one is by far the one I like the most. It takes a break from all the violence and presents a situation that in most cases is hard to predict or see the same in other movies. And although I hope to talk about other great scenes of this film, this one will always be my favorite.